Well, Dave, first things first. Congratulations for the impending birth. I mean, this is it's great news, and it's I suppose other people will say this might make a man of you.
Yeah, I think we're due date 3 week on Wednesday, so we're just waiting now. Any moment now. So yeah, might scare some people the thought of me being a father, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it goes well.
Are you maturing though? Do you think? We don't want to really see a sensible Dave, do we?
It's a difficult one because I feel like I'm a very sensible person. I'm a very boring person. However, always the most childish man in the room, no matter who's in the room. So turn it on and off, can't I?
Yeah, well, that's all good. But anyway, well, good luck with that anyway. But just to get on with why we usually talk to you, obviously, which is about what's going on in your world and also the boxing world. And you are a serious character, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know you like a laugh and a joke and all the rest of it, but you've got a decent stable of fighters now that you either train or manage. And one of them, Harrison Hobson's out on Fight Zone at the weekend in Newcastle. So he's had one fight. So far, so good. What can you tell us about this lad?
Well, he boxed Dale Harris Smith, and I was impressed with him. I thought he looked well. He's only 18, but he's good. He's mature. You know, he only had 15 amateur fights, but he won 11. He was in good company. I watched him spar a few of the amateurs I trained. I thought I was very impressed with him, so I signed him. I was impressed with his debut. And the second fight, he got COVID. And then he was meant to watch his third fight, which would have been his third fight. His stablemate, Lewis Palmer, had an unfortunate brain injury in Scotland, so that was pulled off. So he finally gets his second fight this weekend. He fights Fernando Valencia. So I manage him. I don't train him. I don't manage him 24/7. But as long as he's living and breathing the game, the kid will go really far. So I'm looking forward to watching him.
Yeah, trained by Liam Walsh, and he's a durable guy that he's in against. Is well used to fighting on these shores, of course, as well. Mexican based from Spain, isn't he, Valencia? But in terms of your other fighters, then Joe Hayden again made his pro bow. I think you're very excited about him. Stevie Levy, we've seen a couple of times. Yeah. Liam Carrigan. You've been obviously since you were a kid, you were looking after Danny Morrell. So how's it all going? Levi Kinciona, of course, as well. You managed, don't you?
Yeah. Well, Levi, first of all, he trains Harrison, same coach with Liam. Yeah. So Liam does a good job with them, and Harrison's improving. And Levi next is he'll fight for a title next. In the home corner as well, which is important, always important. It's all right getting opportunities, but you want opportunities you're going to take, and you've got a good chance of taking. So he'll fight in October. He'll fight for the title. Joe Hayden, yeah, I met Joe Hayden 18 months ago. He had one amateur fight and lost it, and now he's looking like a decent pro prospect. So, you know, I'm quite proud of that one myself. We've done a good job there. He's worked very hard. He put the hard work in, you know. So he looked great the other week in his debut. You know, you would never guess he was that inexperienced, but he's really, really good. Stevie, you know, she's on the rebuilding process after the Guanini fight, which I didn't really want to fight Guanini, but you try telling her what to do. It's not going to happen. So, but yeah, she's back October as well, and we're hoping to get a title fight for her back in Kings Lynn next year. And we've got Liam Carrigan, he's the Yorkshire Amateur champion. Oliver Morrell, I train. I've got the two brothers, 11 years old and 10 years old, which is a mad one. Hard training kids. I never worked with kids before. One of them got to the schoolboy final. He's unbelievable. I can't believe better than I ever was. You watch him, you think, chuffing, how can you do this at that age? But so yeah, I got Calvin as well. He's a 3-1 free as amateur. So we're really busy. And like I was saying earlier, I am childish, don't get me wrong, but as soon as it comes down to boxing, I take it as serious as anything. You know, when I boxed myself, I wasn't really bothered because it was me, but when other people are going to put their life, and I guess it's the life really with boxing, the career, everything, the health. We do it right. I'm up early. I'm up crack of dawn. Training plans are written out. You know, when I manage them, they're all busy and active. And like I said, title fights in the home corners. I work really hard for them, and I love it. It's my life, really. You know, obviously, I wish I'd have been this serious about myself, but better late than never, eh?
Well, leads me to the big $1 million question. Then you're talking as if that's you, but you know you've been toying and backwards and forwards in terms of what are you going to do again and all the rest of it. I mean, where's your mind about fighting yourself at the minute?
Well, I don't know. You know, it's weird. 'Cause I was thinking it's 3 years on. It's 3 years this weekend. I watched David Price, and since then I've had 3 fights. Combined, have lasted about 3 rounds. So, you know, Alan Babbage is always flirting with me, but never puts out. So, but I've only had 3 full rounds in 3 years. So, I need to. If I was going to box Alan Babbage, I would need a few fights before. I need to be consistent. So I don't know. I will box again. So I want to get to 30 or 27. I'd like 3 more. Well, what level they'll be at, I'm not sure. I would like to be back on the big stage when I do box again.
Is that feasible really with Babbage? And I know, as you say, yeah, there's been a lot of to and froing, but again, you've not been active and he has. I know you had a fight obviously in Gateshead not so long ago, but you know, again, would it just be? I know you put something on Instagram as well about a bucket load of cash and this, that, and the other. There's all sorts of stipulations that you wanted to do this, but would it be something mega to get you back in that frame of mind?
Well, the thing with Babbage is, if I watched him in September, I wouldn't beat him. He'd knock me out in a couple of rounds because I've done 3 rounds in 3 years. I'm off the pace. Look, I'm in horrific shape currently, to be honest with you. So I'm looking at November
from
time.
This angle, Dave. Anyway, you look all right from this angle.
Oh, don't let me drop. Don't make me drop the camera.
No, I don't want to. I don't know what we're going to be looking at if you do anyway, because I don't know what you're wearing, if anything.
Just a pair of trainers. But I'm going to watch for the year is out, but it won't be Alan Babbage to the world. It'll be. When I came back last year, I boxed in August. I was in good shape, and it was just a run of bad luck, really. You know, there was a show at Tower Hall that got cancelled. There was a show in Sheffield that got cancelled. I went to box in December. The opponent was 0-6. I couldn't really box him.
Yeah.
And it made things hard. And then I boxed in Newcastle, and I was going to box a couple of weeks later. That fell out of bed as well. So whenever I get in shape, Dom, I don't get much luck. Because Lovejoy incident, I was in great shape. Leroy Thomas rematch, cut eye. The first Leroy Thomas rematch never even turned up. It didn't even come over here. So whenever I get in shape, things always seem to fall out of bed, and you just think, what's the point? This has been all through my career, getting in shape. Things will go wrong, but yeah, you know, I'm not even thinking about boxing. Got a kid on the way, training and managing all the lads. I'm not even thinking about it, but I'll definitely box again. At what point and what level, I don't know, but I've decided now that if I do come back, I'll take it serious. I'll take all the people that I train and manage. So, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's no definite. The only definite is I'll get to 30. You never know. I might box Dave out 3 more times though to get there. So we'll see.
The thing is, though, you're still very, very young. I mean, you took on those silly fights, you know, with no warnings, and the Tony Yokas of this world, and you know, obviously Luis Ortiz, all that. We know about your story, and you jumped in with everybody, and not only that, you know, you've sparred with absolutely everybody. So when you look at it now, and you look at the landscape, I mean, forget Fury. I mean, God knows what's happened with him. AJ and Usyk are about to do battle. Then you look at the likes of Joyce, Joe Parker, and all these others. You mentioned Babbage, Fabio Wardley, you know, Nathan Gorman, your old mate. Are you looking at that and thinking, do you know what? I've been in the ring with all of you lot, and I know I could still get in that mix somewhere.
Yeah, it was mad because I had 10 amateur fights, turned pro at 20 after 1 season. And you have a few fights also from Usyk White and Ortiz, and I was chucked. I was on the telly all the time in big fights, and everyone was like, "Oh, well, Dave Allen's shooting a bit there." And I thought, I'm a raw novice. People say like Conor Ben had 26 amateur fights. I had 10 amateur fights. I was a raw novice. Fighting White Ortiz. I was raw novice when I boxed David Price and Lucas Brown, really. I only had 32 fights amateur and pro when I jumped in with Brown. Then Price must have had 200 amateur fights. It was all the way through. I was playing catch all the way through. I wasn't in shape. And I got sickened off pretty early on. I just thought, I can't be asked for this. It's hard, this. And then, you know, I beat Brown and the Price fight. I should never have watched Price. I look back now and I think, wow, at least I've got good knowledge to pass on, a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Made a lot of bad choices. You know, I didn't listen to the right people. I listened to the wrong people, and I bought David Price for too much money to knock back. I was literally ready to ring up and say, I'm not boxing, I'm pulling out. But I'd never seen that much money before, so I just jumped anyway for a beating, and I don't know. I just think I don't know what's left. I know I'm young. I've never been this strong. I'm benching 160 in the gym like it's nothing. You know, I think I'm just physically strongest heavyweight on the planet. I am. I know for a fact I am. But is there anything left? You know, I don't think I can compete with the Furies, Joshua's and Usyk, but you know, Wardley, Gorman, and Babbage. I honestly think 100% fit. I've beaten no problem at all with my eyes shut.
Yeah.
Maybe not with my eyes shut, probably them both open and stuff. But I feel like British title level. I'm not in it about without training for 6 months. It's a frustrating one, I know. But at the same time, not sure what's left in terms of. I've not been it for years. I don't know. Am I tough anymore? Do I really want to get into an hard fight? I've got a kid on the way. Do I really want to be risking stuff? I don't know. That's the question marks.
Well, listen, just a couple of quick fire ones and let you go. Because we touched on him before, and I said forgetting him in terms of the landscape at the minute, in terms of Tyson Fury, but you know him very well. You've trained with him. You've been in the ring with him many times. Is he retired, in your opinion? He seems to be having a bit of fun at the minute, but will he surely come back if he gets that opportunity to clean up?
I don't know. I find it a bit monotonous, really. Like, you retired and vacate the belt, let someone else box for it.
Yeah.
You know, Wilder's on the way back. Let him fight for it. If you want to come back, then come back at a later date. But I'm an expert at retiring and not retiring, so it's monotonous. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get that much extra money from saying it. So I just want to see him fight the winner of Joshua and Usyk. Fight them, beat them, and retire as one of the best of all time. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Joshua Usyk, I think Usyk will win again. I think Usyk will stop him this time. I think Joshua will try to be more aggressive, and I think that's the worst thing you can do with Usyk. And beating Usyk the first time is hard enough, but beating the second time, I think it's not impossible. So I think Usyk will stop him. Yeah, I feel like that was the next question.
I think you're right, and I think you read my mind. But then finally, who's the best of the rest? Again, you know them all quite well.
I think Deontay Wilder's maybe the third best heavyweight on the planet.
Not better than Joe Joyce?
Deontay Wilder will not Joe Joyce out, I believe.
Okay.
Joe Joyce has got no thought about what's coming back. And if he does that with Deontay Wilder, he'll be flat out in 30 seconds. Joe Joyce has the potential to beat anyone on a given night because he's just relentless. But if he thinks he's going to walk through like a Wilder or a Joshua or even a Fury, the way he boxed Hammer and others, he'll get knocked out like he did when he boxed Kuzmin as amateur. You can't do it at the highest level. So hopefully he does tidy things up and he will be an handful. I like Joe as well. I did a lot of sparring with Joe, and he was always one of my least favourites to get hit by. He's a very, very strong, hard man, but can't be getting it like that when he steps up to the real big boys.
Yeah. Well, listen, hopefully I'll catch up with you in Newcastle at the weekend. But just you mentioned before Conor Benn, and again, there's a lot of news rumbling around, obviously, at the minute about himself and Chris Eubank. Is that something that you want to see, or is the size difference just too much, and you want to see him go somewhere else?
The size difference is too much because if he wants to fight Eubank, go to 11-6. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't bring it down to 11-2. If it happens at 11-6, Eubank stops him. If it happens at 11-2, it's interesting, but it's interesting because it becomes dangerous for Eubank, the fact that he's killing himself to do the weight.
Yeah.
If the fight, it just stinks of like, they don't believe he's the best welterweight in the world, do they? They can't do. They don't believe he's the best welterweight in the world now. If he fights Eubank, because it's a money grab, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so I'd watch it. It'd be really interesting. I'd be interested to watch the dads at it, but in terms of a fight, it's a bit of a circus, more of a circus act for me. I don't like it. I don't think it's. The fights I want to see Eubank in with a top 5 middleweight, and I want to see Ben in with an Avanesian or a Thurman.
Yeah. So it's Ben Avanesian. What is it? Eubank, Liam Smith. They'd be two crackers, wouldn't they?
Much rather see that. Yeah, much rather see that. Even though the build up and everything else would be fantastic, but as a fight, Ben Eubank, they're not the same size. boxing's about weight divisions.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a big fan of catch weights as it is, but Eubank up at super middle as well. Never mind just middle. He's been up at super middle. So the thought of him having to do 11, anywhere near 11 stone, I think dangerous. But if it happens at 11.6, I think it's dangerous for Ben because he's fighting a man that's 2 or 3 weight divisions bigger than him. So I don't like it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, listen, good luck for yourself and Harrison then at the weekend anyway. And if I don't catch you at the weekend and the Fight Zone show, then all the very best for impending fatherhood, and which you'll take to like a duck to water, Dave. Don't worry about that. You'll love it.
Well, if I don't see you there, the kid's already here. So
that's right. Yeah, of course. Well, listen, all the best. And and I just imagine you've got clothes on. That's what I am doing at the moment. So that's the last thing I'll leave you. Hey!
We're out for a fat roll. Bloody hell, we're struggling here. Do what?
Good lad. Thanks, Dave.